Greetings everyone, Joseph James here from SchoolofTrade.com. Today is February 4th, 2010. Here's your live trading recap. I want to remind you 3 important links. If you're looking at this video on the YouTube page, guys, in the description, 3 links. One is our recorded sessions, guys. The highlights are posted weekly on our blog. The second, of course, is for our 12-month track record. And the third link is come out and join us for a part of your 3-week trial. Let's take a look, guys. 9 total trades. As you can see, a very good day today. 184 ticks, 1840 USD. That brings our total the month of 3150. It brings us about a little over 12,000 bucks here for the year. We're still averaging over 700 bucks a day every single day. We'll keep you guys posted throughout the rest of the month. And what was the most important that happened today? I think today, of course, what do we see? We saw very fast price action from jobless claims to, of course, gold and crude going bonkers this morning. If you're with us this morning, we saw some pretty intense price action. But now this was a problem that we weren't used to having. We're used to having to wait for price action. But this morning we saw a different problem, right? Today's problem was we had to wait for our trade. Nobody's forcing us. Nobody has a gun to our head making us pull the trigger. If the price action is moving too fast, slow down. If it's moving too quickly, guys, wait patiently, confirm your rules, take your time to see which patterns you want to get into, and don't be afraid to miss a trade. So we want to really make sure, guys, if the price is moving too quickly, there's nothing wrong with sitting back, relaxing, and waiting for your perfect pattern. So we aren't used to days like this. We're used to having to kind of beg the market to give us more patterns. Today was different. We had so much going on. Of course, with that comes another problem. We're moving too fast. We feel almost like we're forced to trade because the price is moving so quickly. Don't forget, guys, nobody's forcing us to do anything. Wait for your trade. That's what I think we learned the most today. We got to move quickly here because we don't have much time in this video. But we took a bunch of trades today, guys, starting off here first of all on the gold. So gold and crude were our winners today, guys, back and forth. We started off here the first trade of the day, guys. Of course, we have the short-term trend up here on the gold. Symbol GC. We had our previous day's low here plus some overhead resistance. We came up, bounced off this overhead resistance, came back down, make our swing low here at 5.7. We didn't see much as far as the big sellers here. Everything lined up. So a little bit of an impulse trade here, but as you can see, got filled there at 5.3. As we came back down, got our +4, +8, and +7. First target 4, second target 8, third target, right? Trail our stop all the way down, trail our stop as price moves. Locked in 7 more ticks for a total of 23 ticks. If you're with us this morning though, first trade of the day, guys, 23 ticks. Obviously not bad at all to get started. Second trade now on crude, back and forth between gold and crude here. And this is a little small scratch trade here, but we learned a valuable lesson here, and that was short-term trend was down until short-term trend based upon the slope of my trigger line. We of course had our low of day here, 75.81. So what are we thinking at low of day? 2-step pattern long. 8.59 was a trade. We, of course, bounced off the low of day. We make up our swing high here at 91. Once we see the break above that swing high, there's your entry, guys. We got filled there at 92s. We got our +4. But then remember, guys, how sometimes we get the lucky bounce? Well, this one we didn't get a lucky bounce. We moved our stop up to entry +1, and when it came down to fill us, we actually got filled at -2. So kind of a rough bounce there, but we made 4 on the first target. Stopped to entry +1. We got filled at -2. So, of course, only 4 ticks there, guys. Made 8 ticks, gave back 4. So we moved our stop to entry +1, guys, but got kind of a bad fill there on the second trade. But we still made 4 ticks, not a loss. Next up on the gold, guys. Now we're going to start seeing some much larger winners here today. Short-term trend down here on the gold. Now, just before the 9:15 alarm went off, we had back-to-back winners here on gold, 9:01 and 9:16. So short-term trend was down. We had the low of day here to worry about. So, of course, as you know, green pace of a tape, momentum pointing down, comes all the way down, marks up our swing low. We break below that swing low at the low of day here. If it's moving too quickly at the low of day, look for the 2-step long. Okay, sometimes the low of day can be difficult to trade because there's so much going on here. If you're concerned or you're still having a hard time understanding when to go short at the low of day, just hold on, wait for the 2-step pattern long. It's a high percentage pattern, and it's a little bit easier to see than the breaker pattern short. But here at 9:01 on the breaker short here on gold, 1100.9 was the entry time, was the fill. We got our +4, move our stop down to entry +1. We got stopped out there at our entry +1, of course, for 10 ticks or 100 USD. So there, guys, our third trade of the day on gold. One more here before 9:15. The pre-market had a lot of activity for us here, still on gold. 10 minutes later. Now, this one was one of those situations where we had the 9:15 alarm went off. We literally just saw the trade pattern set up, so we had a couple minutes there of leeway. I'm okay, 9:16, 9:17, but guys, once I see 9:20, I'm sitting on hands waiting for 9:35 to come along. So 9:15, 9:16, guys, short-term trend down. Again, same pattern here at the low of the day still. We break below, right, this swing low, but we didn't see any big sellers. We didn't see any green pace of a tape, so we skipped the first entry here. We waited for the second swing low. Then that, of course, break below it over here. That's when we got filled at our short trade, 92.3. Now this one was kind of a lucky bounce, right? we have a first target of +4, but we got filled to +5, which obviously we'd love to see. And then at our entry +1, we got filled to +3. So 16 ticks or 160 USD here, guys, on the fourth trade of the day, third trade on crude, just before the 9:30 open. So at this point, guys, we had quite a bit of money in our pocket before the U.S. Open came and went, and of course, always great to see that for the pre-market trading. Next up, now, of course, now fast forward after 9:35 alarm goes off, we're now into the U.S. market open now. 9:46, short-term trend down. I can tell my short-term trend is down by looking at the slope of my trigger line here. We break below our level of support here, right? This 85.2. We mark up our swing low, and we come down below that swing low. Nice big winner here, obviously. 9:46 was the time, filled at 84.3. We got our +4. First target +4, second target +8, and then we trailed our stop all the way down, guys. Locked in 23 ticks here, guys, at 9:46, totaling up 39 ticks or 390 USD. The biggest trade of the day, but by only 2 ticks. We actually have one trade almost just as big, guys, a little bit later on this morning, but another breaker pattern short at the low of day, looking for green paste of a tape, large sellers. That's exactly what we got. Next up on crude. Now this, of course, was almost an hour and 15 minutes later at 10:59. Now this was when we started seeing price really start to kind of pick up pace, right? It was around 10:15, 10:30 when that news event came out about Mr. Lewis at Bank of America. Gold and crude started running crazy because of the dollar rallying. We really, at this point, didn't know really why it was going on, but we knew price was moving fast. And we knew we had to be patient to wait for our patterns. We had a lot of patterns setting up, but momentum wasn't right. We didn't have the big sellers. We really couldn't find a confident way to get into it, so we had to wait for our patterns, guys. Now in this case, guys, short-term trend was up. You can tell that by looking at the slope of my trigger line here. We have lots of resistance overhead here, right? Lots of resistance overhead. Red lines, big round number here at 75 even. We come back down, mark our swing low here, 81, and we break below the 81. Got filled there at 78 for a +4 scratch, which totals 8 ticks or 80 USD. So another small winner here, guys, at 10:59 here on the crude. And the rest of the morning, guys, back and forth, like I said, between gold and crude. Next up, guys, here on the gold market. Again, we got the short-term trend here is down. Look at my trigger line there. Nice steep slope to my trigger line there. We, of course, now with the short-term trend down, I'm looking for a break below these lows here. We didn't get it. We marked up our swing high. We take the bounce off these lows. And, of course, this is a 2-step pattern long counter trend trade. 72 even was the fill. +4, +8, +3. First target 4, second target 8. Trail our stop to lock in 3 more ticks. That's 19 ticks or 190 USD here, guys, at 11:12. We got 2 more trades to take, guys. We're well over 100 ticks at this point, guys. 2 more to go. Gold and crude to finish up the morning here, guys. Last trade on gold, 11:23. This is a breaker pattern short. Again, going with the short-term trend. We saw this four times today. We saw the breaker short at the low of day here. That dotted blue line here, that's your low of day. So we come down, we break below this 65.4 level. We make our swing low, and once we break below that swing low, another breaker pattern short at the low of day. Green paste of a tape, lots of large sellers. We get filled here at 66 even. First target +4, second target +8. We trail our stop to lock in 12 more ticks. 280 USD or 28 ticks, guys. At this point, we were loving life. Great day in the market, guys. Final trade here coming up on the crude, guys. Finish up the crude. Now, I mentioned before, the biggest trade of the day was 39 ticks. This one almost took the cake, guys. We immediately saw break the downside. We're looking for, of course, the low of day here at 78s, but we didn't need to worry about that. You can see we got, of course, short-term trend down. We made our swing low right there, kind of to the see there. 85 was the swing low. We got filled to 84 once we saw big sellers jump in. +4, +8, +21. You can see, guys, it just drops like a rock here. We trailed our stop as price came down. We locked in 21 ticks in the runner, +4, +8, +21. That's 37 ticks or 370 USD, guys. Add them all up. 9 total trades, 184 ticks, 1840 USD today, guys, in the market. It doesn't get much better than that. Our largest day of 2010, guys, and it only took us a couple days in 2010 to get there. Let's prep for tomorrow. I'm gone tomorrow, guys. I got to go see my CPA and see my attorney. Everyone should be doing that for tax time, guys. So I got to fly across the country and go see him tomorrow. So I'll be gone tomorrow for Friday. But if you guys are trading tomorrow, we have non-farm payrolls, 8:30 Eastern time, guys. Non-farm payrolls, big important news event. Now, I wish I wasn't missing this, guys, because tomorrow will be a good day. 8:30 non-farm payroll, so be there for that. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. Let's recap. Trader Room opens up Monday morning, guys, 7:45. Don't forget about our YouTube page. Don't forget about our beginner course. Those all of our entry rules and our setup patterns, guys. We do webinars on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure next Tuesday come out and join us for another free webinar. And as always, guys, for more information about lifetime membership, that's sales@schooloftrade.com. My name is Joseph James. Hope the video helped. Had a great week here, guys. Second week of the year. Biggest day of the year today. It's going to keep coming.